Good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I will be installing a set of ZL1 Addon Deluxe Edition rock guards onto the Scat Pack. Now the narrow body rock guards go on a little differently than the wide bodies. The wide bodies kind of had those pins that you just put the rock guard up there and just clip the pin on it to hold it in place. The narrow bodies, there are pins or push pins or tabs that are from the factory that are on the inner fenders of the narrow bodies. You kind of got to pull them out and then put the rock guard up and then put those little push pins back in to hold them in. So I haven't done it before. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully I can do it with the wheels on so it doesn't take as long, but we'll see. Let's go check it out. Alright everybody, so we're going to start with the front rock guard. We're over here on the passenger side. Now what you're going to do first is you have to take off these two bolts for this end guard piece for this molding. It helps hold it on. So you got to take these two bolts off. They are a 7mm socket, so let's get them off to start. So these are really long bolts, so these are going to take a few seconds, so we'll just skip past me getting these out. Alright, after we have this piece off, this is what the piece looks like after it came off. These are the two bolts and clips that you're going to reuse. But before we start putting everything back together, we want to take some alcohol and clean this all off so it's nice and clean. And that way when we put the front rocker guard on, since it has that double-sided sticky tape, we want to make sure it has a good clean surface to stick to. So let's get some alcohol wipes and clean that off. Okay, now that we've got that all cleaned off with the alcohol, the first one, what you have to do is you have to take this pin and put it back in down here. That one goes in first before you put the rocker guard on. And on the second one, you're going to feed through the square hole at the upper part of the rocker guard. So, but before we put that in, let's get this started. Put the screw in there, kind of get it lined up. Tighten the screw in just a little bit so it stays up there. Then we're going to take this pin, put it through the hole, and then put it in there. And there you go, you have the rocker guard partially installed. Now before you tighten anything down, you're going to want to take off this double-sided adhesive tape. You want to peel this piece off and then push it onto here really good and tight, and then you can finish tightening this down. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. But before I pull the tape off, I'm going to just tighten these down just a little bit. Not much. Alright, let me start pulling the tape back a little bit, or the piece off. Peel that off, get it to where you want it, and push it on really good and hard. And there you go. Just go ahead and finish tightening the bolts down, and then you've got the front rocker guard on. Now you don't need to over tighten these because they are plastic pins behind it. So if you do it too much, you can end up twisting them and breaking it. So just do it really just kind of snug. And there you go, just push back on the tape a little bit just to make sure it's on there good. And there you go. You have the front one installed. Let's get moving to the back one. All right, everybody, we're here at the back. I'm sorry for the bad lighting. The sun kind of went behind the clouds like it's getting ready to rain. But the back is completely different than the front. What it is you have 4 pins and a screw that have to be removed from the back where they are. They're kind of like, I guess, one of those little push pins or anchor pins. They kind of have like a triangle squeeze piece behind it. So what it is, let's see if I can kind of get in there and show them. There's one down there, 2, 3, 4, and then the screw. So what you got to do, what I found out, the easiest way to get them out is kind of climb underneath and let me see. There they are. You can kind of see them. The one down here, 2, 3, 4, and then the bolt up there. So the easiest way to get them off is take a pair of cutters and cut the tip of it off, and then that way the triangle piece that's pressed in will kind of spring out, and then you'll be able to squeeze them and press them in and push them out through the front. But let me go ahead and cut them, and I'll come back and show you what I mean. All right, everybody, as you can see, I have them kind of like pushed or pulled out. I cut the tips of them off, so that way I was able to like flatten it out, squeeze it, and then I'm just going to pinch it and push it out the other way. There you go. See the little hole? Because I pinched it and pushed it out. Take this one, pinch it, push it through. Now there is a little one right here. Do not cut that one. It's kind of like in the middle. But this pin is for something else. Like I said, don't cut that one. It's just the 4 big ones. When you push this one, pinch it and push it out. And then get the last one down here. Oh, this one's being a little more of a pain. Hard to do with one hand. But there you go. All 4 of them are out. So there it is. You can see the, I have to focus, but I got the 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now all I got to do is remove that screw. That screw is a 10mm. So we'll get that out, and then we'll get started on putting the rock guard in. All right, everybody. Now that we got those little push tabs out of the way, the last thing to do is get this 10mm bolt out of here. So let's unscrew this real quick. All right, now we are going to reuse this screw. So the way the back goes on is you reuse this bolt screw for up top, and then it comes with 4 supplied push pins. So before we get started putting it on, let's do what we always do. Take some alcohol and clean everything off really good. That way it's a nice, clean, prep surface for putting the rock guard back on there. There's nothing on there to kind of like scratch anything. All right, so for the top bolt, the kit comes with this little washer. It's a little spacer since this piece kind of goes back a little bit. So the easiest way that I found to do it is to sit there and take the screw, put it through, and then put it through the washer as well, and then just feed it up in there and kind of just get it started so it kind of holds it up there for you. Don't put it in too tight, just a little snug, just so we can get started, and then start putting your pins in. Start with the bottom one, find the hole, and just push it in. And just do the same thing to all of them. Just push them in till they stop. There you go, and then take the screw, snug it down. Again, don't go too tight, it's just plastic. And if you do it too tight, you'll start to kind of like pull the rock guard inwards. So just get it to snug. Just double check the pins that they're in good. And there you go. See, you got the pins. You got the bolt in. The rock guard is completely installed. Now I did forget one thing on the front rock guard. It does come with a set of alligator clips, 1 for each side, and what you want to do is you want to kind of put that up at the top for just a little extra support. So I'll have to go find the baggie that the alligator clips are in so I can put that on, and then I will be 100% finished. There you go, just another look at the front. So there you have it, the ZL1 Addon deluxe rock guards for the narrow body Challengers. Now, the driver's side goes on the same way as the passenger side, so there's no point in me recording myself doing the driver's side. It's the same exact way. All right, everybody, that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it helped you out in any way, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and then turn your bell notification on so you stay up to date when I release a new video. I'm out. Everybody be safe.